Hey YouTube, here's your big update. I've been working a lot, and between vacation and work and everything, I have not done any YouTube or videos whatsoever. So here's a big update just to try and get caught up. I think I'm behind a couple videos. I might have a few things on storage, but let's just go over everything. So first thing. This was yesterday. Today is Father's Day. So yesterday I ran out and got some parts. If you notice, my car's kind of missing some wheels. I got the original spare thrown on the rear. That bad boy. Trunk's open. She's a pretty car. Before I tell you what I got here, I'll just kind of show you what's going on. Look at, I'm missing a front wheel up here. I got a random tire back there, which is actually a flat tire, but I have a jack supporting the axle back. It's all a mess. I got a block of wood under this one. So, I'll show you what I got in just a second. I found out that jack is garbage. That's some scrap metal. Woo! Look at the size of these brake drums. These things are huge. Oh, jeez. They flare out here too, which is really weird. I need to pull all those off before I move forward with this project. Make sure the brakes are all good under there. But it's the first time I've actually pulled anything off really on this car. Well, besides carburetor and stuff. The side is sitting a little high, but it's just looking at that spare wheel. That is the route this car will go. It'll go back to those little 14-inch wheels. Body color with the dog dish hubcap. It will sit a little lower than that, so it'll fill it up. Probably go maybe a hair bigger tire. I don't know yet. We'll see. I think I made the video. I haven't put it up yet. Might be missing something here. That's part of the update. I got the trunk open. Kind of pulled a few items out of there, including the spare that was sitting up there. So, how you like how low that's sitting? Oh, someday maybe I'll lower it. I got a jack under there supporting the axle up because that tire was so flat I couldn't get my big jack out from underneath the axle after I put two flat tires on it. So, she's hanging in there. And obviously I still got Pearson BA350's Oldsmobile out here. Nothing's happened with that. Nothing's happened with the truck. I just don't have time to work on anything. The heap is sitting over here. It's still under cover. It was sitting up for a while. It has a flat tire. I've had to fill it up once already, so I need to get in there and actually fix it. Figure out what's... Huh, that's interesting. And figure out where the leak's coming from and actually fix it so I can keep on moving it, because that would have been nice to use the other yesterday. I was just noticing all the water in the floorboard here. It's draining out on the ground there. Having that flat tire and the butt end of this thing sticking out in the rain. All the water's flowing to that corner. But, oh, there's heap. Property is still here. Spent all day today finally just doing weeds, cleaning up over there. Oh, that's a horrible video. Edit. Alright, here we are, back over here. Mom will appreciate this part. Spent all day, well, not all day, spent a few hours weeding this whole area. My walkway was actually all along here. It was all full of weeds getting filled up, so I went through and weeded all that. Pulled all the weeds out of the flower areas over there. These are plants that... When was that? Last year, parents came out, Mom came through, and we bought some flowers, and I think we put... Yeah, we must have put all these in. We bought that, put it in. I think we put that in. And that. The rhubarb, that thing there that's eaten by the slugs. That was there when I moved in. I'm just trying to keep it going. It it pops up each year, and the slugs just annihilate it. And then I got a nice little, what is that, foxglove or whatever they call it growing back there. And I think that's what that thing is there too, so I didn't rip it out yet. See if it'll bloom or something. And then I pulled all the weeds out of that corner. I remember we did put a plant back here, but I don't remember what it was. But whatever it was, it probably died. We also did this little area up here. Still got some weeds to pull out of here, but most everything is alive still. Got the, what do they call that? The calla lily, whatever, I don't know. That thing. And then we bought and planted all these things. I think Mom brought, what is that, like a hosta or something like that? The thing on the side. And then that thing was in the plant also. And it's taken over. So I might have to, I don't know if it's too late now to try and pull it out, or I might just leave it there because it seems happy. But everything else is growing good. I walked around today with the machete and hacked away at all the slugs. So let's go over to the shop and show you what I got going on. Oh, before we do that, there's Axel. That's what he does. He drinks water all day. Slurp, 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 slurp. It was a hot day today. I let him run out in the yard for a while while I was pulling weeds. Oh, Mom, there's your weeping willow thing. So, everything's growing. And here's another update for the parents. This whole area back here, this fenced in area, this is Axel's spot. I haven't mowed this thing in like 2 years probably. When I had the roommate, he had the big Rottweiler out here. And I don't know, I just stopped mowing it then. It was so much dog poop and whatever. They just kind of took it over. So I hadn't mowed it in like 2 years. So I finally got around to fixing that lawnmower this year. And this grass was probably 5 feet high in here. Took multiple days of pushing that mower around. But finally got it all down. I got to the very end. I haven't even finished quite along the edge of the fence yet. Got to the very end, right about there, and I hit a piece of wood. And I bent the blade on that mower. So I gotta buy a new blade and fix it. Now, since we're doing updates, here's the apple crop. Got my little apple tree here. This one is doing good. It's got apples all over it for such a small tree. So that's good. My old apple tree up there, it's full of apples again, like it usually does. Plum is not doing plums this year because I took out its mate. I had to rip it out because it died. My peach tree, I think, died. This is the other apple tree, which is kind of odd. This one is not doing apples this year. I don't know why. I don't know what happened there. It's like that one fertilized, but this one didn't. So, it's healthy. That's good. And you can see I walked around the entire property today. Just walked all the edges and used the machete to hack back all the bushes and stuff. Get my grass lines back. So it's all a mess. Next time I mow, I'll just chop it all up. Oh, this is one of my favorite things out here. These little guys right here. Oh, Jesus. I come out here and just eat them all. I just eat them right off the bush. They're so good. It's funny as Axel actually comes out and eats them too. So this bush goes first. This big bush here, it'll come a little bit later. You see it's full of blueberries. I think that's a different type of blueberry or something. They're a little bit smaller, but they're just as good. Back to Oldsmobile parts. Here we are. I picked up a set of 4, the original wheels from the Oldsmobile. They're kind of a mess. The ones that were on my car were 15-inch, and I think they were actually Ford wheels. They just happen to have the right 5-on-5 lug pattern. The 5-on-5 is kind of hard to... Not too many cars use them. So these are the original Oldsmobile wheels. Picked them up off a guy off Craigslist. Had to go out and actually pull them off the car. They're all kind of mismatched. This is probably one of the better ones. But they are pretty crusty. I'm hoping they clean up. You can see a lot of these have some pretty scaly rust on them, so hopefully they all clean up. These ones here came off, that's the original body color there. That's the gold color. So these two came off the one car out there. This one came off another, off of either a white car or those have been resprayed. And then I got this one black wheel, which I didn't realize until I got back, but these aren't open. And I'm not sure why. I don't know if there's pieces that fill those in. I have to look into that a little bit more. But I also have the spare wheel off the Oldsmobile, the original spare that I could reuse, and then keep this as the spare if I need to. So, no, kind of neat. They all have really old tires on them. They got the old bias plies, old school white walls. So, yeah, I got to pull them tires off and blast the wheels down, paint them up all body color, and then I can run them. And here's the important part. So, I probably haven't even put this video up yet, but that is the old gas tank out of the Oldsmobile. And if you remember, it's got rust along the bottom and it doesn't hold fuel. This is a new tank. I was able to find one finally. It's a pain in the ass to find a fuel tank for these things, but I got one. It does hold fuel because it's still, let's see if you can hear it. Still has fuel in it from like the 90s. So, hopefully that fuel sender's good too. Wouldn't bet on it though. So I gotta swap that thing in there, and hopefully Oldsmobile will be roadworthy. And the other thing I picked up, it's not really period correct to this car. Dude had these things sold. These are weird. Like, he swore they were a dealer option hubcap or something. And I was looking at them like, yeah, okay, yeah, whatever, dude. They're kind of odd. And then some other people were posting some pictures on Facebook on the Oldsmobile clubs, like trying to figure out what they are. And this base is probably a, maybe, I'm not sure yet. It might be a wire wheel hubcap, just the bottom piece with the wires unbolted, which probably what these bolts were for. And then they took this piece off of a later Oldsmobile, a different hubcap, and stuck it on. But it fits. But I don't think they're completely. I only have one with the knockoff. It's a nice knockoff too. It's real heavy. And all the others are missing the knockoff. They're just smooth. So they're just wall hangers. I just wanted them for a wall hanger. I was gonna give the guy some extra money anyway, so I said, "Why don't you throw those in?" And he didn't really want to give them to me. He thought they were worth a lot of money, and I told him how much extra money I was going to give him anyways, and he's like, "Oh yeah, go ahead and take them." So nice doing business. And since I'm here, these are the original dog dish hubcaps for the Oldsmobile. Those are supposed to be the period correct ones off of the car, so I will clean those up, polish them up and whatnot, and that's probably what I'll be running on the car.